for Bakkie Sputter. 9 points the difference.
Scrum is outside the 22, okay?
Just about a quarter of the game to play, and this is vital for the Springboks. Their scrum will be under huge pressure here. Good pick up from Spies. He's driven sideways in the tackle. South Africa will desperately want to clear here. Dupree puts it up. Jacques Faria once again is the chaser, and Sivivatu this time solid under the high ball, but a loose pass away for Rokafoko. Big tackle of Muliaina from Havana. Brilliant. But the All Blacks keep their calm.
Away, Green! Come away!
Nialamu took it up. Penalty advantage here for the All Blacks. Donald, McCaw. That was a poor pass from the All Black skipper.
John, you know exactly what you were doing there.
But they'll come back for the penalty just inside the All Blacks half.
I'm going to deal with the fact, okay? Not how it happened, unfortunately. Time is out. I know the penalty's against you, but I'm going to talk to both of you when you speak to your teams. I'm just going to allow people to fly in and let the standards drop as the game goes on. You stay on your feet and keep the contact area clean. If you don't, you'll go to the bin, as simple as that. I will give you a minute to go and speak. If you want to speak, and go as well.
That's good refereeing from Nigel Owens. He's called both captains in because he's well aware of the fact that although this is an All Black penalty, the New Zealanders have conceded far more penalties at the breakdown, so asked both captains to have a word. In the meantime, another substitution as Stephen Donald comes off, replaced by Luke McAllister. John Smith imploring his charges for real focus at the breakdown.
And he will be saying, guys, we've had 2 yellow cards already. We cannot win a game if we play 30 minutes of a game with 1 short. No more yellow cards. Let's maintain our discipline and let's ensure we win this game. Luke McAllister has made his way on. First effort is going to be a shot at goal from 54 metres out, and the roar is for Bakkie Sputter, who makes his way back on.
No harm done in his absence. 3 points apiece. It's a mighty kick for Luke McAllister. There is a pretty healthy breeze blowing at his back. Tough ask to come on and kick it straight away, though. Well, he's certainly got enough distance on it and direction as well. What an entrance into the test match for Luke McAllister.
That's an unbelievable kick. Granted, he's got a little bit of wind behind him. It's wet, it's slippery out there. He's come off the bench. He's probably not as warm as the rest of the players on the field. And he's just smashed it over. John Smith fell over there. When the penalty was given, he was the first to admit to Nigel Owen that he'd made a mistake.
I went over and said, my fault, so I apologise. Very gentlemanly.
I think he was scared of the pin.
Richie McCaw looking to drive the ball out of his own 22-metre area. Wipu. Spies is well positioned, but Kieran Reid has made a strong run. Ruled that he was contesting the ball. Nonu Mialamu. Good pick up from Soyalo. Now McAllister back for Soyalo.
On your feet!
Sivivatu got his pass away.
Forward first. Forward touch.
And there was a little knock on though, so South Africa will have the scrum and back to a full complement of 8 at scrum time. Andrew Hall looking a little bit weary on the bench.
And rather concerned. The All Blacks would love to have got 1 victory on the road. Shockery, look at these statistics. Tackles made 8, in slippery conditions only missed 2. Running meters gained 27 and defenders beaten 1. And nearly every time he gets the ball, he gets over the gain line.
Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
Joel, the interesting thing here on the side of the field is that the All Black bench has got almost all of their reserves on at the moment, and the Springboks have opted to keep their starting lineup intact for as long as possible this match. It certainly looks as if, in terms of control, it's paying a bit of dividends.
There's no doubt that the fresh legs are on. The All Blacks will be looking to... they have to play from deep, Bob. That's the key for them. The kicking game is just too good.
Spies off the back of the scrum for Jean de Villiers.
Stay away.
Dupree shapes to kick again. And Peterson and Johan Smith give chase. Sivivatu under pressure and gathered by Jacques Faria. Gee, they've piled the pressure on Sivivatu all afternoon. John Smith just held in the tackle.
16, let it come, 16, don't touch.
There's a fierce contest there. Now there's hands in. I could have sworn I heard a warning to both captains a couple of minutes ago.
Well, I think he's going to let that one go, and I think he's going to let it go because I'm pretty sure there was an attempt from the All Black player who put his hand in to let it go and allow Spies to play the ball. The alarm may well have been the guilty party. John Smith probably quite slow to turn there, actually. When it popped out, Brad Thorne allowed Pierce Spies to play it. Probably more gentlemanly than contrary to the laws of the game.
I think the penalty came afterwards, though, because once Pierce Spies had played it, new ruck formed.
Also had a good running game as Morne Steyn, 32 metres gain.
Already the record holder for an individual player against the All Blacks with 25 points, and he extends the record to 28. Daniel Carter and Carlos Spencer have both scored 25 points against South Africa, so Morne Steyn now the highest scorer on either side in Test rugby between these two great teams. Donnie Rousseau makes his way onto the field in place of Juan Smith, who's put in another massive performance, especially in defence. And Donnie Rousseau wins Test cap number 40. What a man to be able to go to.
Well, he'll want to stay on a bit longer than he did last time he ventured onto the field.
John Afoa on to the tight head side in place of Owen Franks, and now Beeston Tawarira powers away. Quickly available for the Springboks. Dupree. Spies in midfield. Places the ball well in the tackle, but the All Blacks were all over it, and Richie McCaw making the steal. McAllister. How quickly they can turn things, but Soyalo's lost that one forward. Jacques Fourie got the toe through. Fourie, the real opportunist. Conrad Smith makes a vital dive on the ball. And the pass straight over the top. They'll have a 5-metre scrum.
The crowd are loving it. The South Africans are loving it. The Boks players are loving it. They lead 28-19, the same final score as last week. They'll want to add to that, and this is a good opportunity. Once again, Bucky's up there contesting. The Beast got away from the first man, and look at this for an acceleration and a bit of gas from the big fella. It took Rakathoka and Wipu to bring him down. Quick ball it was. Wipu a little slow to get hands on the ball. Tackled, and in the tackle, chucking it into the third row of the grandstand.
Well, Joel, you mentioned his name, but Jeepers, hasn't Bucky's worked an outstanding game here this afternoon? It was him that put the pressure on the kick-off, it was him that put the pressure on the scrum half. He's working hard all over the field.
Dead right, Bob, and it gets down to that point in the game where you start considering man of the match, and at the moment it looks like it'll be a South African match to the delight of the Brains Trust there. And it'll be hard to look beyond Morne Steyn, but Bucky's has had a big game too.
Big scrum from South Africa. Spies will control it at the back. Spies with a pick up and go to the right. Good defence from Kieran Reid. Now Dupree to the short side, and the captain John Smith lost it in the contact.
Hands away, Green, stay out.
Bismarck Du Plessis with an aggressive clean out on Soyalo, who carries on after the whistle as well.
Number 2 Green, dangerous coming in, take the
Okay.
penalty.
I think it's Bismarck who's been penalised, not for the little bit of handbags, but for being not bound at the ruck and going through. Luke McAllister's not had much game time, but he's made a good impression since he's come on, and that's another great kick. Well, that's why it came rucking out onto the almost the face and jaw of Soyalo. He didn't like it much.
Over the top of the line-out they go, and snatched away by Pierce Spies against the throw. Line-out problems continue for the All Blacks. Jean de Villiers trying to cut out Jacques Fourie to get to Brian Havana. I think Fourie just got a little hand in there.
The conditions are not great for moving the ball around, but South Africa have played well around the fringes. They've kicked the ball well. They've not needed to move it, and when they have tried, it's been awfully difficult in these wet, slippery conditions.
Isaac Ross got up well for the line-out, but couldn't control it once he was there. Another unforced error at line-out time. It's got to be an area of concern for Graham Henry.
It all just looks a little bit, as we watch Jacques Fourie once again jumping for the kick-off. He has jumped well. Conrad Smith has competed well in that area, but referee has been absolutely superb tonight.
Touch. Pause again.
Another very solid scrum from South Africa, but eventually New Zealand get the wheel. Farida Priya almost got away, but now Spies couldn't unleash a banner. It was ranging up on his left. Steyn. Jean de Villiers bumped out of the way by Luke McAllister. Back it comes into the arms of Isaac Ross.
Flag, use a flag something. Okay. Hang on, be quiet.
There's a flag out.
Yeah. That's Don Black. Yes.
Well, we know how good the South African side is. They are unbelievably talented. They are fantastic at what they do, and they choose to do what keeps them in the game and makes them so good. And there's definitely a little bit of blocking from Luke McAllister. It's gone unnoticed. Eddie Jacob makes his way on. It's advantage just in his 50th test match. Jean de Villiers will make his way off. Also a big contributor tonight. But what South Africa do most especially is they apply pressure and unrelenting pressure on the opposition. They force the penalties. They force the opposition to make the mistakes. And that's exactly what has happened to New Zealand tonight. Tough conditions to play in, but they have made far too many mistakes. And, of course, given away far too many penalties.
Where you are there?
And South Africa's kicking game just shows you how strong the kicking game is. It puts the opposition under enormous pressure.
74% of the game in New Zealand's half. That in itself tells a story about a superior tactical kicking game. Another free kick for putting the ball in under the hooker's feet, quickly taken by Soyalo. They're certainly not going to give up the ghost here. At the very least, a bonus point on offer if they can get more points in this game. McAllister. Wipu looked to his left, didn't see many options available.